Okay, this is Toto here from Blues Guitar Beginner, and today we're talking about something that blues guitar beginners want to talk about a lot, and that's blues scales. And in this video we're going to be talking about blues scales and examining the concept of home arpeggio as a way to really get a handle on these blues scales. So the blues scale we'll be looking at will be the A blues scale, and the A blues scale is the most it's the most popular online blues scale online, so we'll go with that. And the fingering we'll use is this one right here. Okay, so we have got A, C, D, E flat, E, G, A. We're playing A on D7, D string 7th fret with the third finger. We're playing C on G5 with the first finger. We're playing D on G7 with the third finger. We're playing E flat with the fourth finger on G8. We're playing E with the first finger on B5. We're playing G with finger 4 on B8, and we're playing A with finger 1 on E5. So I'll just go through now and walk you through that. So here's A. So the notes are A, C, D, E flat, E, G, A. A, C, D, E flat, E, G, A. And it's useful to be able to know this without going onto your fingerboard. First off is knowing those notes, A, C, D, E flat, E, G, A. Then you know that A is on G7, A is on D7, C is on G5, D is on G7, E flat is on G8, E is on B5, G is on B8, and E is on E1. So we come back and put them all together with our fingers. Finger 3, D7 is A. Finger 1, G5 is C. Finger 3, G7 is D. Finger 4, G8 is E flat. Finger 1, B5 is E. Finger 4, B8 is G. Finger 1, E5 is A. So we put all those together. Okay, so you learn these notes and you go up and down the thing like a ladder, right up and down the ladder, and sooner or later you start saying, well, what do I do next? Okay, what I'm going to do now is recommend that you just strip away that whole scale and only come back to the A, C, E, and A. We're going to ignore the G, we're going to ignore the D, and we're going to ignore the E flat. So that's 3 notes we're going to ignore, and we're going to instead just use 4 of them. So there are only 3 different note names: A, E, C, A. 2 A's, an A octave, and an E and a C. No G, no D, no E flat. Okay, so these are the home notes: A, C, E, and G. Call those ones the away notes for the time being. So we've got A, C, E, G. Those are the home notes, right? And when you're learning any scale, it doesn't matter what scale it is, you really, really need to know the home notes, what the home sound is, because all your melody is going to come back to the home notes. Sometimes they'll come straight through the front door, other times they'll come in through the first floor, sometimes down the chimney or the back door, but they come home, right? So you've got to know all these different ways of coming home. So in the blues scale, these are your 3 main home notes. Okay. Well, I recommend we just do those 4 notes, right? Just play those 4 notes. You're going to play your melodies with those 4 notes. Then you're going to play them against these blues chords. And let me just find my bit of paper here. Here we go. Right. And we're going to play the progression: A, D, A, D, D, A, E, D, A, E, right? A7, D7, A7, A7, D7, D7, A7, A7, E7, D7, A7, B, E7. So you need to know that progression like a phone number. Then we're going to be playing it just with 2 strings. So we're going to play A7 with just G6 and D5, first finger, second finger. We're going to play D7 with C on G5 and F sharp on D4. Then we're going to play G7 with D on G7 and G sharp on D6. And they're going to go like this. Okay, so here's A. First finger D5, second finger G6. So we're going to A like that, slide down one fret, play D7, come back up a fret, A7, A7, D7, D7, A7, A7, E7. So E7 is G7 and D6, G sharp and D, G sharp and D. So E7, D7 and A7, E7. So let's run through that again. 2, 3, A7, A7, D7, A7, A7, D7, dog 7, back to A7, A7, E7, D7, A7, E7. Okay, now what we're going to do is put them together. So we're just going to play the home arpeggio against the chords. So I'll go like this. D7, A7, D7, and just out of the chords, just out. A7, D7, A7, D7, A7, D7, D7, A7, D7, E7, sorry, D7, A7, D7, A7, last one, D7, A7, D7, A7, E7, D7, A7, E7, D7 chord hung on, E7 chord hung on a bit there, and we're back to home again. So all we did there was use the home arpeggio for your melody and playing against the chords. And the main reason we want to do that is so that we really drill into ourselves where home is, regardless of what's happening with the chords. And when we get a firm grip on home, then we know how to use those other notes we didn't use. Okay, so that ends this little clip on blues scales using the home arpeggio approach. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for you. Okay, enjoy. And if YouTube haven't cut us off, that ends this video.